Channel 48, serving Burlington and Philadelphia.
Welcome to Ring of Honor. This isn't ECW, nor is this the rebirth of WCW. And this sure isn't an imitation of WWE. Ring of Honor will present wrestling like you have never seen it before. There is a new era of athlete. There is a new era of wrestling. The era of honor is here, and it begins tonight. Ring of Honor will showcase wrestling as a sport and will present the most athletic matches with one clear winner and one clear loser. This will be wrestling that will not insult your intelligence. Ring of Honor will showcase wrestling as a sport and will present the most athletic matches with one clear winner and one clear loser. This will be wrestling that will not insult your intelligence. Ring of Honor is based upon the Code of Honor, which consists of 5 laws of honor. These are the commandments which will bring competitiveness, sportsmanship, and respect to Ring of Honor. Rule number 1. Fighters must shake hands before and after the match. Rule number 2, no interfering or having anyone interfere on your behalf. Rule number 3, no harming a referee or causing anyone to harm an official. Rule number 4, no sneak attacks. And rule number 5, if you are disqualified, you have broken the Code of Honor.
What the hell is this? If it isn't low-key, hey, you won't fuck with sense. Let me tell you something, low-key. You're nothing but a hypocrite. The Code of Honor is a farce. And Ring of Honor, I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to rebuild it in my image, the fallen angel's image. That's what the prophecy is all about. This is how the end begins, and the end begins tonight for you.
Out there, this is Big 80's Donnie B.
And I'm the king of old school, Steve Carino.
And you're watching Ring of Honor High Impact TV. And tonight, the match of the year candidate that everybody was talking about, Christopher Daniels, the American Dragon, and Low Key.
Donnie B, I've seen a lot of three-ways in my time, but this one will go down in the record books as one of the greatest matches, not just as a three-way dance, but one of the greatest matches of all time.
And this is not on my format sheet, Steve, the Christopher Street connection.
I can't find it either, Eric. What are these goofs doing here?
I think they're crashing the party. Ring of Honor is not about guys walking out here in boas and pink and weird-looking hats. It's about honor, discipline, strength, power, respect, something that neither of these three individuals stand for. Ring of Honor told everybody they were not going to have gimmicks, they were not going to have crazy characters. Sports entertainment was dead as they knew it. It was pure sport. But I don't see anything entertaining right now, but this is definitely not sport.
Ring of Honor returns to the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philadelphia off 4th and Oregon Ave, just 5 blocks from the ECW Arena, Saturday night, September 21st with the 7:30 p.m. bell time. For tickets, directions, all the info you need, call 215-891-9404 or visit rfvideo.com, 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com, 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. Witness the hardest hitting, highest flying, most athletic wrestling for yourself.
Welcome to Lavalife's Temptation Telephone. Right now, callers are recording their personal profiles and listening to other callers' profiles. Some are even chatting live. Sparks are flying as strangers are becoming friends. Let's meet some of the players. Sarah's in banking. Her passions include golf and golf. She's just met another golf fan and they're talking right now. Need some tips on your swing? Max makes up for his 2 left feet by working wonders in the kitchen. Right now, you could be swapping recipes with him. Renata runs a media company and is looking for someone to keep up with her. She makes friends fast and has been talking to so many people tonight. Mike heads up an IT department, loves animals and romantic walks to the convenience store. Don't wait. Whatever you're looking for, a date, friendship, or fantasy, it's all happening right now on Lavalife's Temptation Telephone. Thousands of singles in your area are calling every day. It's safe, easy, and confidential. Plus, it's free to call. Temptation is calling. Call Lavalife now.
Who's that? The Hit Squad! Oh my God, there they are! The Hit Squad have hit the ring! Oh, it's bad news for the Christopher Street Connection! Oh, good night! A big belly-to-belly overhead throw! The Hit Squad have came out. It looks like we got a match on our hands, Steve. He ducks a clothesline! German suplex on the top of his gay head! Mafia just dropped him head first the way that he likes it. You know he likes it up top.
Paul, these guys are great. The Hit Squad, the hardest hitting tag team in pro wrestling.
A Rikishi bomb, and I can hear it from here. Mafia now hits the ropes and a count of a senton.
And that's 300 pounds of pure man hitting that pure pansy.
How do you defend against 2 guys as hard-hitting as the Hit Squad? Come from the streets of New York, wrestle all over the East Coast, one of the most dominant tag teams in professional wrestling today. And with a clothesline from Compton.
You know how you defend yourself against them? You don't piss them off.
Absolutely, they have come out here to defend the honor of Ring of Honor, to defend the honor of guys in the back like Loki, Christopher Daniels, Jay Briscoe, the Maximos, you and I.
What's he got here? Is this the world famous Burning Hammer?
This is going to be a burning hammer in a big way. Burning hammer it is. A burning hammer to Mace.
And there's your debut match of Ring of Honor. The Hit Squad not only just saved pro wrestling, he saved the Ring of Honor. These two, the hardest hitting tag team, don't get paid by the hour. They made short work of the Christopher Street Connection.
The Hit Squad representing everybody here, and Ring of Honor starting things off with an absolute bang here tonight. I can't wait to see what happens next, if this is only the beginning.
Oh my goodness gracious, we're in for a great night. What's that hack doing in there?
Somebody get that slut. And they got her.
Who's gonna? Oh, the big clothesline coming up. Wait, he held up. What's going on? Oh my goodness gracious.
I guess they have respect for women.
Maybe he's got a big heart. Uh-oh. There's problems in Hit Squad.
The Hit Squad, what are they going to do with this broad? What are they going to do with her? It's like caveman times. They're dragging her around like by her hair, like a caveman and his wife.
What's he calling for? Is he going for a table?
He's calling for a table.
What's he going to do with her at the table?
I think she's going somewhere. I think she's going for a trip. I think she's about to get some wood.
Fight, little girl. Fight. It's not going to help.
Look at her flailing her arms. She's got to do a lot better than that. She should have studied harder in her Aikido classes.
You know it. She's trying. Bet you she wish she would have got that haircut.
I bet you she wishes she would have stayed with the straight tag team.
Well, that's what you get. You play with fire, you're going to get burned.
Mafia Monster Match. She should have brought protection with her tonight.
Well, Ring of Honor's got protection in the name of the Hit Squad. She's trying to get away, but you're not getting away from these 2 big 300-pounders that mean business.
What are the Christopher Street Connection even thinking getting involved at Ring of Honor? Good night.
Oh, right on her head.
And look at the face of Mafia. Look at Monster Mac. They're just having a blast in there, like 2 kids at a party.
Anybody else want to step up and disrespect the Ring of Honor? You're going to have to step up to the Hit Squad.
And it's not about bashing anybody. It's about the Ring of Honor, representing Ring of Honor. And Steve, we just started.
I know.
We've just begun.
I'm excited. My favorite tag team in the whole wide world, the Hit Squad, the hardest hitting tag team. When you talk about stiff, you look up stiff in the dictionary, you see those 2 big heads right in there. That they scraping those three off the mat right now.
And look at the fans. Look at the fans going absolutely nuts for the Hit Squad.
They're going nuts. We're going nuts. The Hit Squad just turned Ring of Honor into what it should be, all about honor.
All right, gentlemen, first of all, I don't know if you were all the same gang you were here last time, but the last show you guys proved what I've been saying for 5 years. You guys was the best show in town. All you have to do is do the same thing tonight. It's just like that baseball movie. You know, you build it, they'll come. You put on a good show, and you see what you got out there. Again, though, the same rules apply. No blood, and please, no cursing. I'll tell you, because if you curse, the bell's going to ring. That means your match is over. And whether you get paid or not is going to be up to me. And if you have any problems with that, come see me right now, because we can settle it, all right? Everybody else, we all right? Guys, put on a good show. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. It's always great to see all of you. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I want you to meet the doctor, Dr. Trulio from the commission. He'll be sitting with me at ringside. If anything happens to any of you by accident or whatever, please let him know, because I do care about you. All right? Thank you.
Keep him up there for our match, please.
No, it's been about a year since ECW finished, folded. I've been working many independent leagues as Little Guido Maritato. After a while, I'm starting to think, you know what? It's time to go back. It's time to go back to 1995, before anybody ever knew who Little Guido was. And before that, there was a person named James Maritato, who actually worked for one of the biggest shoot groups in the world in Tokyo, Japan. And that's UWFI, one of the major companies. Before all you people knew Little Guido, James Maritato was a stud in Japan. And tonight, I know there's a new federation around, the Ring of Honor. They're a hard-hitting group, a hard wrestling style, and it's time for Little Guido, James Maritato, to back it up. And tonight, I'm gonna have to take it out on Xavier. It's a shame you're the one that's gonna have to pay the price, but I gotta start somewhere. Tonight, Xavier, you're gonna feel the wrath of James Maritato.
RF Video presents The Era of Honor Begins. Witness the night that started it all for Ring of Honor with this pay-per-view-like release featuring the three-way dance match of the year. Everyone is talking about pitting Loki versus Christopher Daniels versus American Dragon, plus Eddie Guerrero versus Super Crazy, Jay Briscoe versus the Amazing Red, Ultimate Elimination with the SAT, and more. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. returns to the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philadelphia off 4th and Oregon Ave, just 5 blocks from the ECW Arena, Saturday night, September 21st with the 7:30 p.m. bell time. For tickets, directions, all the info you need, call 215-891-9404 or visit rfvideo.com. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. Witness the hardest hitting, highest flying, most athletic wrestling for yourself.
Do you have trouble reading labels, cash register receipts, menus, and more because of small print, low light, or both? Then you need the amazing OWL Optical Wallet Light, the world's first high-tech magnifying light that's so small it fits in your wallet's credit card holder, so it's always with you when you need it. No more clumsy reading glasses. Use the OWL's powerful magnifying light to read menus, meal checks, credit card slips, product labels, cash register receipts, plus road maps, phone books, and more.
I was always forgetting my reading glasses. Now the OWL is in my wallet all the time.
I always use the OWL in a restaurant. It's so convenient.
The best thing about the OWL is no more embarrassing jokes about not being able to see.
Use the OWL anytime, anywhere you need instant light or magnification. Great for finding keyholes in the dark and providing light in emergencies.
Everyone should carry the OWL for the light.
The OWL is not sold in stores. Order right now through this special TV offer for just $19.95, and we'll give you a second OWL free.
Call 1-800-319-7676.
For those of you watching at home and saying to yourself, hey, there's little Guido, you are mistaken. That is James Maritato, the Sicilian shooter. He dumped those FBI tights. He dumped the music. He got rid of the comedy. He has gone back to his roots, which is shoot fighting.
That's right, James Maritato, trained by the legendary Billy Robinson, a veteran of shoot fighting, a member of the former UWFI promotion in Japan. This guy has not come to play tonight, and Xavier is going to feel it very soon.
Absolutely. Maritato has held numerous tag team championships as a member of the FBI. Now that he's dumped the gimmickry, imagine what he is going to do here in Ring of Honor.
That's right. Maritato knows wrestling more than anybody that I've seen in a long time. Maritato knows every move in the book, and he's going to show Xavier tonight.
We're talking a lot about Maritato, but how about Xavier? Last month defeating Scoot Andrews here at the very first Ring of Honor. The era of honor began with, of course, Xavier getting that victory over Scoot Andrews. And look at Maritato now going to that Fujiwara armbar.
That's right. Xavier quickly gets out of it. That's the whole thing. Xavier has watched Maritato for many years. As we pointed out last month, Xavier was once a security guard for a wrestling promotion. He got to watch Maritato. He got to watch other superstars, and he learned from them. He is a student of the game, and here he is. He's taking down Maritato. He's in that defensive position. He is not letting Maritato get on top of him.
Both wrestlers trying to go for the mount here. Of course, entering a respected organization like Ring of Honor. Maritato knew that the FBI comedy was not going to cut it here, and Xavier rolling out to the floor. Remember, Steve, there are no countouts here at Ring of Honor.
That's right. Xavier using the rules to his advantage there, taking a quick breather.
That's right, and you want to talk about the shoot fighting background of Maritato. How about Xavier? He has a kickboxing background. He has a jiu-jitsu background. He is also a black belt in Taekwondo. He can hang in there with Maritato.
That's right, and you can see how he's hanging in there. He stayed off his back. He got out of that move right now into a version of the bow and arrow right here on James Maritato.
Xavier is younger, and some say he may be a little bit more hungry than Maritato. Some say Maritato may be hungry for respect more than anything. I assume we will find that out before this match is over.
That's true. Maritato has a name in the wrestling business, but this isn't what you've done in the past. This is Ring of Honor. This is the present. This is the future. And both of them just stood off. What a great show of maneuvers by James Maritato and Xavier.
Now, I heard the rumors about Xavier before he came here to Ring of Honor. I heard that he was a little bit cocky, maybe a swelled head. But I got to tell you something. In my experiences with him, he has been nothing but humble in the locker room, almost in awe at the amount of talent around here. And if there is anybody that has the right to walk around here with his head held high, especially after his showing last month here at Ring of Honor, it is Xavier.
That's right, and you can watch that great match that he had with Scoot Andrews from the first show, Ring of Honor, at rfvideo.com or by calling 215-891-9404.
Absolutely. Xavier now in complete control. Remember that match against Scoot Andrews? He thought he was getting a rematch here tonight with Scoot Andrews. Prepared for more of a power game that Scoot Andrews presents as a professional wrestler. Maritato, on the other hand, brings that shoot fighting background with him. We can see a shoot fighting contest break out at any moment.
That's right. Xavier, though, was ready for James Maritato because he's countered every move that Maritato's hit him with. But right there, inexperience shows there. Xavier should have hooked the leg. He should put that 220 pounds of Xavier on top of Guido. Try to keep him down to get the pin.
And how about you want to talk about inexperience? It's been a long time since Maritato has wrestled the shoot fighting style. Maybe Maritato is not accustomed to going back to his roots.
Yeah, but it's like riding a bike. You fall off, you get right back on. James Maritato did not come to play tonight. And let me tell you something. Xavier is staying on top of him, and that's going to be a key element if Xavier wants to win.
Xavier, years ahead of the game as far as experience goes, very crafty. We saw last time out against Scoot Andrews, he put his foot under the rope, took Scoot Andrews out of his game, and of course got the victory. Look at the agility of Xavier.
Yeah, but Xavier spent too much time telling the fans what he's going to do, and James Maritato is using it to his advantage here, a version of the Boston Crab on the second and top rope.
And look at the leverage that he has there, just able to sit right on the top rope. All that leverage right on the lower back.
Oh,
Xavier.
That was 2 feet to the forehead there. Maritato may pull his win out, hook the leg.
Maritato goes for that half Nelson for the cover. And again, we talked about the shoot fighting background of these two. Normally, when you see kicks in the ring, sure they hurt. When you're talking about two guys like Xavier and James Maritato, they know how to put all their weight behind them. And how about Xavier dropping Maritato right on his back?
But once again, Xavier not hooking the leg, not putting that full weight on James Maritato to get the 3 count. And that may have hurt him right there. But he's going for a Russian leg sweep right there.
Scoot Andrews, of course, has been petitioning Ring of Honor for a return match with Xavier. It was granted to him, but unfortunately for him, he broke his tibia just weeks before the event tonight. Maritato, of course, seized the opportunity, stepped up to the plate, and thus we see him tonight against Xavier.
Yeah, Maritato knows that Xavier is an up-and-coming superstar here at Ring of Honor, and he wants to kind of crush the momentum Xavier has going for him.
And Xavier, we're seeing more of a striking game out of Xavier. Maritato going for the submission. Hooks on the tornado DDT.
But the smartness of Xavier, he rolls out of the ring, trying to get his wits back. He's hurt right now. What a great game plan he's got.
He used that same strategy. There goes Maritato. Maritato could fly just as equally as he could shoot. We saw Xavier roll out of the ring and use that non-count-out rule here in Ring of Honor to his advantage.
But Maritato has watched the match between Xavier and Scoot Andrews. He knows that Xavier rolled out of the ring before, and he took that to his advantage, dropping the leg right on the back of the neck. And there he goes. Oh, what a move there.
The Oriental Scorpion, a new version, a version I've never seen before out of Maritato, stretching the body of Xavier. The punishment, the stretching that these two wrestlers are going to do to each other, I'm sure their bodies are going to be feeling it for weeks to come.
Yeah, great physical shape of both men. Maritato looks like he's put on about 15 pounds. Xavier always in great shape, and that's what keeps these guys going right now. The great physical shape that they're in. That's why these bodies can take the punishment that they have.
That's right. Xavier now going back to a submission. Looks like a Cobra clutch-like maneuver. Maritato has held them all, has held titles all over the world. Maritato very experienced. Look at Maritato, the experience there as he countered that Cobra clutch-like maneuver from Xavier.
Goes to hook the leg again, showing the experience. Maritato always looking for a win. He's not looking to punish his opponent. He's always looking to win.
And look at Maritato now. Looks like he's going in for the kill. And he is stalking Xavier from behind with a surfboard. No. Big knee. You're seeing Xavier use a lot of those knees.
And the knee to the kidney will stop you real quick.
Absolutely. Big elbow by Maritato. Maritato rolls through Xavier up. Cradle. He got him.
He got him. Out of nowhere.
2-0. It's Xavier here at Ring of Honor.
What an upset right now. Xavier now 2-0. A big win over Scoot Andrews. An even bigger win over James Maritato. Unbelievable action. This man is on a rise. Xavier is showing why he is a true superstar here at Ring of Honor.
Talk about a man that has entered Ring of Honor to make an impact. That is Xavier. 2-0 over Scoot Andrews, over James Maritato. Who can stop Xavier here at Ring of Honor?
Well, I'm sure both Scoot Andrews and James Maritato will be wanting rematches against Xavier. But you know what? Xavier may be thinking he wants bigger and better things. He wants to show everybody why he wants to be #1 here at Ring of Honor.
Maritato now having some words with Xavier. And look at that, extends the hand, the code of honor. You gotta love it here. That is what Ring of Honor is all about.
Ring of Honor returns to the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philadelphia off 4th and Oregon Ave, just 5 blocks from the ECW Arena, Saturday night, September 21st with the 7:30 p.m. bell time. For tickets, directions, all the info you need, call 215-891-9404 or visit rfvideo.com. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. Witness the hardest hitting, highest flying, most athletic wrestling for yourself. RF Video presents The Era of Honor Begins. Witness the night that started it all for Ring of Honor with this pay-per-view-like release featuring the 3-way dance match of the year everyone is talking about, pitting Loki versus Christopher Daniels versus American Dragon, plus Eddie Guerrero versus Super Crazy, Jay Briscoe versus the Amazing Red, Ultimate Elimination with the SAT, and more. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com.
How could you? After everything we've taught you.
My hair was funny.
Oh, I can't believe this. My own daughter. Getting her tongue pierced. Without shopping around for the best price.
Our customers know the importance of shopping around for a great deal. Because at Progressive.com, you can get our price for car insurance, plus the rates of other big-name companies. And that could save you hundreds.
You shop around for little things all the time. Why not car insurance?
Shop here first. Give us a call or visit Progressive.com, your best source for finding a great deal. Maybe that's why over 8 million people choose Progressive, for low rates and fast, friendly service.
Your brother got a good deal on his body piercing.
Visit Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. Not what you'd expect from an insurance company.
Where were you when you heard about Owen?
I was on an airplane. I was going to do the Jay Leno show. I wasn't actually going to do the show, but I was going to come amazingly pop out of the crowd or something like that.
Right. Do you think Vince should have stopped the show?
Yes. I don't think anybody should have. I don't understand anyone else's thinking in it. I don't know how you could go on. I think he should have stopped the show for sure. I don't think if Vince had dropped little Stephanie from the ceiling, I think he would have stopped the show.
As far as the next night on Raw, what were your feelings watching that show?
I didn't like it. I know that people will say that they poured their hearts out and they meant everything they said, and I don't disagree with that. I think everyone was meant well maybe by it, but in truth, it's not the right place to express that. It's not. You don't do stuff like that for ratings. You don't do things like that with a camera on. I found a lot of. It wasn't the fitting kind of tribute to Owen that I thought, and I thought if you were going to do a special maybe on Owen, you know, where you show his matches and things about him, but I don't know, it reeked of pro wrestling. It was something a slimy, rotten wrestling promoter would do to capitalize even more, you know. And I just a lot of the wrestlers. A lot of them, my heart went out to them when I saw them break down crying. This is awful, watching someone cry on TV, and it's the wrong forum to do it in.
What happened with the meeting with you and Vince, and how was it arranged, the one at the park?
That was set up by Carlo DeMarco, who'd been sent up to sort of try to help her, try to mediate, I guess, some of the obvious bad feelings, or because Carlo was somebody that, and I still like Carlo. He was somebody that could come into the household and not get shot, and at the same time he was someone that could go back and, you know,
really
tell everybody w's going on. came to me, Vince called me 4, 5, 6 times. My old pal called me. And,
did he ever try to get you back to the WWF before Owen's death?
no,
No.
never had another conversation with him, other than the one I talked about with Vince Russo. But with Vince, I didn't want to meet him. I said, I don't know, I'm just not ready. It was a really tough thing for me. And I was carrying a lot of stuff on my back. And I just didn't know how to deal with Vince. And I really resent, just so you know, and maybe it's a good chance for anyone that cares to know, I really resent the insinuation by that company and even by certain members of my family that have sort of festered it, that my whole thing is sort of built on this grudge or vendetta about what happened to me in Montreal. I can't think of anything more of an insult to me than that. It's such an insult. It's never had any place. What happened to me in a wrestling match in Montreal has absolutely it has no bearing on what happened with my brother Owen. Two totally different things. One someone got killed. One, I beat up a slimy promoter that deserved it and punched him out one time in the dressing room. And I went and left a company that was paying me X amount of dollars and got paid a lot more working for another company. And despite how it may look or feel to some people, I've never had any regrets about what I did. I've never had any regrets about leaving the company. My only regret would be is that I feel bad that a guy that I could work that hard for could treat somebody like he did me. But it's always been, there's a spin on it, and that bothers me. There's so many things I resent about the WWF that had nothing to do with Montreal, that have everything to do with the day my brother died and passed. And that's the real, like if I thought they were slimy before, yeah, they are the lowest. Jerry McDivitt is the lowest slime of the world too. I think they divide and conquer. They divided and conquered my family with such ease. They came up there and they threw money around to certain people, and they, within seconds, almost justified what happened to Owens. This is one of those things, and it isn't just one of those things. And if it is just one of those things, maybe we should let a court of 12 jurors tell us that it's just one of those things. But and on the other hand, I certainly wasn't in control of Martha and her lawsuit. That's been a false accusation from the start too, that I'm calling the shots. You know, Brett's running the show. Brett's behind this whole lawsuit. Absolutely untrue. I have nothing. I've never had anything to do with that lawsuit. I never had any say in that lawsuit. I wish I had. I wish I had been in control of that lawsuit, because if it had been me, it would still be going on. And at least I'd know what happened. But anyway, going back to your question, the meeting that I had with Vince, he called me, I don't know how many times, every day, 2 or 3 times. These well-rehearsed sort of teary messages of how we've got to get together, we've got to talk to you. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I want to say to him. I really don't. I mean, I'm so angry and hurt over this whole thing, but at the same time, whatever happened isn't even important. So like, I'm trying to find a footing here to base some kind of I don't even know what he wants to talk to me about. And so I did. Martha, who I was with, you know, right from the time I got home, asked me to show up with her, just to be with her when she saw her lawyers, and I was. They weren't hired yet. And the lawyers, I said, Vince McMahon has been calling me. He wants to talk to me. I said, what are your feelings on it? And they went on, they actually didn't want me to meet him. Don't meet him. So I don't know how I can't meet him. I'm going to meet him somewhere, at the funeral or whatever. I know he's coming. And they said, well, whatever you do, don't talk about the case. And because it was, you know, at this point there was no case yet, though. I wasn't sure. All I said is, it looks like there's going to be a lawsuit. And I think anyone from the second it happened concluded that it was probably going to be a lawsuit here. And I said, okay. So I finally agreed that I would meet Vince. And I was trying to think of where would I meet Vince? Where do I want to meet him? And I thought I could just picture Vince meeting me in a hotel room or something, you know. just seems so slimy and creepy. He's kind of like he's like his character on TV, except for he's really like that,
Right.
you know, in this thing. I said, if I meet Vince McMahon, I'm going to meet him somewhere in a park, somewhere. And I remember this park that I used to ride my bike all the time. And when I used to ride my bike there all the time, I used to always think, sit there on the park bench and go, I wonder why this guy screwed me. You know, I worked so hard for him. It was always just a spot where I sat. I said, if he wants to meet me so bad, he can meet me right there at that park. It's fresh air, birds chirping, and I was, during that week, I thought, that's where I want to meet him. If he wants to meet me, tell him to be there at 3 o'clock, and I'll meet him. So they call me at 2 o'clock the day he gets in on the Sunday, and they tell me that Vince doesn't want to meet me in the park, that he's scared I'm going to kill him. So Carlo DeMarco said, he's scared you're going to kill him. I said, well, if he's scared I'm going to kill him, why does he want to meet me? I don't want to meet him. Tell him to go to hell. I don't even want to see the guy. This is his big idea. So then they call me back about 10 minutes later. It's okay. Vince will meet you. He'll meet you. It's not a problem. They meet you at the park. So I go to the park. Vince, because he didn't know what the park was, he had to follow me in his car. Gives me the big hug and all this, like it's almost enough to make you puke sometimes. But anyway, so I go sit with Vince in a park. And you know what, I was just trying to be fair, straight with him. Because like I said, what happened before is nothing. It's nothing. And I said, the first thing I said is the truth. I said, something about me, I can be pretty truthful. And I said, there's a good chance there's going to be a lawsuit. I don't know what happened. From what I can gather, what you said on TV and everything else, that you don't know what happened. I know he wasn't up there, so how would he know? There's an investigation on. And he goes, I don't know any more either than what I've already said. I said, well, look, we both know there's probably going to be a lawsuit and that we shouldn't talk about it. I was told not to talk about it to you, and let's not go there. Let's not talk about it. He goes, you're right. And then I tore a strip off him from running the show. I said, to talk to him but I didn't raise my voice or anything. Right. I was very straightforward with him and told him how I thought it was wrong that they kept the show going. And he gave me his feeble reasons why he did.
Ring of Honor returns to the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philadelphia off 4th and Oregon Ave, just 5 blocks from the ECW Arena, Saturday night, September 21st with the 7:30 p.m. bell time. For tickets, directions, all the info you need, call 215-891-9404 or visit rfvideo.com, 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com, 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com. Witness the hardest hitting, highest flying, most athletic wrestling for yourself. RF Video presents The Era of Honor Begins. Witness the night that started it all for Ring of Honor with this pay-per-view-like release featuring the 3-way dance match of the year everyone is talking about, pitting Loki versus Christopher Daniels versus American Dragon, plus Eddie Guerrero versus Super Crazy, Jay Briscoe versus the Amazing Red, Ultimate Elimination with the SAT, and more. 215-891-9404, rfvideo.com.
Want to play better golf? Well, you could spend hundreds of dollars for lessons, or you can learn from the game's top pros and teachers by calling for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. Call now, and you'll also receive this great Golf Magazine gear bag free with your paid subscription. Learn how to get more distance, straighten your slice, sharpen your short game, perfect your putt, and more. No matter what your level, you'll enjoy the game more because you'll play better with Golf Magazine. It's the game's fastest growing magazine because it's written for today's kind of golfer. Along with lessons from the pros and Golf Magazine's top 100 teachers, you'll get full tour coverage in Tour Talk. Great new courses you can play on. The best deals exclusively for Golf Magazine readers, plus equipment reviews and so much more. Call now for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. If you like it, get 11 more, 12 in all for just $15.94. And you'll also get this roomy Golf Magazine gear bag with separate shoe compartment and a convenient bottle holder, free. You'll love golf more when you improve your game with lessons from the best in the business. Golf Magazine. Call now.
Steve, what kind of nerves do you think are going through the body of these three wrestlers, knowing what everybody has seen tonight, what we felt tonight, what we've heard tonight, going on last? This is it. What a pace that has been set by everybody else here at Ring of Honor. What do you think's going through their minds right now?
Each one of these competitors have to know that the pressure is on. They've seen some great matches tonight, and they have to be just a little bit better.
You have the American Dragon, who is such a solid technical wrestler, has a little bit of a martial arts background, a graduate of the Shawn Michaels and Rudy Boy Gonzalez Texas Wrestling Academy. Christopher Daniels, who you know very well.
Oh, yes, I know Chris Daniels very well. One of my best friends, and pound for pound, the best pro wrestler in the world today.
You wouldn't be a little bit biased there, would you?
No, I know by the fact. When you want a tournament, who do you go for? You want Chris Daniels in your tournament, and that's why he is the hardest working pro wrestler out there, not in just the States, but in the whole world.
And Loki, of course, brings a combination of grappling, high flying, and a hybrid of martial arts. As you saw just there with that big roundhouse kick. Look at that big chop. You saw a forearm from the American Dragon. All three showcasing their skills and styles just minutes into this matchup. And it should be noted that this is the very first time that these three wrestlers have ever been together in this kind of a three-way dance against each other. They have wrestled each other in tag matches, four-way dances, singles matches, but never these three at the very same time. And I think he's in the zone, Steve.
Get him out of the zone, Chris Daniels, if you want to win this. That man can kick hard, and he's going to... Chris Daniels may be thanking American Dragon right then and there.
The American Dragon now going early to the count of mutilation. No, broken up. That will prevent any kind of an alliance for any length of time.
Look at this.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No, this is the stuff that Chris Daniels makes up. This is the stuff that he dreams about. This is why I think Chris Daniels is the best out there. Of the main event at the first Ring of Honor show.
And look at Loki using those kicks, kind of like an axe, chopping down a tree right now. He's just going nuts all over the American Dragon. What kind of an offense do you have for a kick like that?
Put your hand up.
And how about the Misawa-style knife-edge chops coming from the American Dragon? Looks like he's setting up Christopher Daniels for some kind of an Oriental Scorpion, but it looks like it's a different version as he's chicken winging the two arms of Christopher Daniels.
Oh, that's got to be painful. Between the shoulders, the hamstrings, the lower back. Oh, and then the American Dragon's thigh.
And low-key, what an offense. Those kicks are just absolutely brutal and lethal with the background that he has in martial arts. You can put all of that weight behind those kicks, and that's got to hurt.
And they're lightning quick. And look, Dragon still has Christopher Daniels' leg. So every time that Loki is kicking the American Dragon, Christopher Daniels is feeling the pain too.
Christopher Daniels, of course, you've been in there with him, you've trained with him, you've rode with him. What drives a man like Christopher Daniels in a match like this?
He wants to be known as the best wrestler in the world. And in my opinion, he is. But you know what? Until he's up top of the Ring of Honor and these fans believe he's number one, in his mind, he's not.
And American Dragon going back to those submission maneuvers. Very versatile, no submissions. We saw him go for the cattle mutilation and the version of the Oriental Scorpion. You don't know what he's going to come out with. And the American Dragon and Loki trading chops in the center of the ring like two gladiators from Greek mythology. Loki shot in. Ooh! To set the pace of the show, and now the final match on such a show like Ring of Honor. This is going to be the last thing the fans see, the last thing everybody remembers. What a prestigious spot to be in on a wrestling event.
Eric, I've got to say it, I've seen a lot of shows. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 8 years old. I've been a pro wrestler for 8 years. This is single-handedly the greatest pro wrestling show I have ever seen or been a part of.
And the American Dragon and Loki, who have teamed together in some promotions against their will, mind you, just happen to be circumstances. American Dragon snap-mirrors him over, and he's going to give Loki a taste of his own medicine.
Look at these guys. Who kicks harder, American Dragon or Loki? That's the question right now.
Well, I don't think it's Christopher Daniels.
Oh, Chris Daniels is going to find out.
That's not how you do it.
Oh.
An American Dragon, just 20 years old. Low-key, just 22 years old. Just using Christopher Daniels like a kicking bag in a dojo.
The kicks that have been given to him by American Dragon and Low-key. Oh!
And he got it from both ends. Christopher Daniels even starting to beg off, asking for a little bit of mercy at this point.
Oh!
And that could just break the ship. in.
You hear that? Which is really a lot of pain.
American Dragon right now looks like he's directing traffic in there. Maybe he's forming some kind of an alliance with Loki.
A double suplex attempt here.
And Christopher Daniels has to be going on adrenaline right now.
Oh, a combination neckbreaker DDT took both American Dragon and Loki down. Christopher Daniels may have both of them pinned right here.
Using a defense as his best offense, going for both men, trying to cover both of them. And look at the determination of Christopher Daniels, continuing to go for a cover from both wrestlers. Christopher Daniels right now, maybe his best opportunity would be to slide out. Maybe the American Dragon and Low-Key would forget about him. He could take that time to gather his senses.
But look at what Chris Daniels did was smart, was he rolled under the first rope so that neither man could score a pin.
Absolutely.
But another smart thing that Christopher Daniels did, he's back under the first rope, he's taking a breather, he's trying to get his senses together, and while he's doing that, neither American Dragon or Low-Key could pin him.
It's a great offense. Let the American Dragon and Low-Key beat the hell out of each other, and then he'll come maybe sneak in there and score a pinfall.
Oh!
Looked like Low-Key was going to try and give him some kind of an avalanche-style belly-to-back suplex.
American Dragon taking too much time, and Chris Daniels capitalizes.
Christopher Daniels now going up top.
Christopher Daniels, an abdominal stretch on the top rope.
And look at the added leverage he has by placing him into the abdominal stretch on the top rope.
But what's Low-Key doing?
Low-Key again back to those brutal kicks, and throughout the matchup, the more this match goes on, those kicks are going to wear them down.
Low-Key goes to the top. What are we going to see? Oh my goodness! Look at the ab muscles of Chris Daniels being stretched. His neck, the thighs, the calves, the quads, everything's being stretched right there. If he could have held that a little longer, we may have seen Christopher Daniels tap out.
Going for maybe a tiger suplex here. Look at the muscles of Low-Key, just trying to get
right in the back of the head.
Christopher Daniels now, Blue Thunder driver. Not enough.
What is it going to take to beat one of these men?
At this point in time, I think Low-Key has the advantage as he has been kicking both the American Dragon and Christopher Daniels throughout this matchup, and it has to be wearing him down. Tidal wave and a miss, no.
Christopher Daniels saw what Low-Key was planning, and he's changing it.
Christopher Daniels now.
Oh, did you see that?
Absolutely brutal. Taking a page out of the martial arts background of Low-Key. Low-Key in a real bad predicament right now.
Let him chop in his thigh, taking out the leg of Christopher Daniels.
Low-Key up top. Low-Key can fly. Low-Key started out in the business as a high flyer and has since moderated his style. American Dragon now up. Looks like he's going to go for a big superplex there.
What's Christopher Daniels doing?
Christopher Daniels going in to seize this opportunity.
Oh my goodness. A belly to back superplex. All three men are down.
All three men on the receiving end of that move. Who wants it more, Steve Corino? Who wants it more? That's going to be the deciding factor in this one. Feeling like he was drowning in water or something. Both of these wrestlers now, Christopher Daniels, a Low-Key trading blows. Christopher Daniels with an STO.
Right on the back of Low-Key's head.
And Christopher Daniels pointing to the ropes. He might be going for that triple jump moonsault. Looks exactly like...
There it is. It's all over.
He nailed it.
American Dragon makes the save. All three of these athletes are on. Oh my.
A handspring into a tidal wave by Low-Key.
Would I be wrong if I said that this is not only the greatest triple threat match that you've ever seen, but this may be the greatest match you've ever seen?
This is absolutely the greatest match I've ever seen, the greatest match I've ever called, the greatest match I've ever been a part of. This match is absolutely phenomenal, and it's not even over, Steve Corino. It's not over.
I don't want it to be over. I'm having so much fun watching these three great athletes go at it. These three are so exciting. You know who's the luckiest? All these fans that are here watching, all these fans that have ordered the tape on rfvideo.com. This match is going to go down in history as one of the greatest matches of all time, and you fans are the lucky ones.
The counter mutilation now being applied to Christopher Daniels. He softened him up with that roaring elbow. A twisting Phoenix splash. You're going to be kidding me. A twisting Phoenix splash out of Low-Key.
That American Dragon was bridged up, so he took it worse. But Christopher Daniels
Daniels took him on the neck also. All three men are down. Low-key used a lot of energy to hit that move. This match, imagine, I'm tired, you're tired. Imagine what these three guys are feeling right now. Oh my goodness!
Crusher, Key Crusher. That's it.
They got him.
That's it. Key Crusher does it. Key Crusher does it.
Low-key is your winner. Low-key, the main event. Low-key, the debut show of Ring of Honor is your winner. And ladies and gentlemen, he's not just the winner, he's the man that has all the bragging rights in Ring of Honor. American Dragon has the microphone. Let's go to American Dragon.
Okay, you may have won this match. You didn't beat the American Dragon. So what I propose, if you're willing to accept, is next month here at Ring of Honors, you and me wrestle in a singles match. Decide who's really the best. What do you say? Hold on, everybody. I hear the land in your voice, brother. This is Ring of Honor. I mean, listen to these fans. Listen to what they're saying. Listen, guys. Like I said, this is Ring of Honor. With all the emotion in this room, okay, American Dragon, the only thing I can say is, you both can go to hell!
What?
He didn't just say that.
You both to beat me. If this was a singles match, I'd have beat you, or I'd have beat you. In fact, if I had to wrestle you both in singles matches on the same night, I can do it now.
Both in that same night. Is he out of his mind?
Is that a challenge?
He's lost it.
Somebody book that.
For someone who just got beat, you think you're pretty great, don't you?
Damn right.
I'm a little shocked at Christopher Daniels.
If this is what you want, this is what I want. This is what you got. Chris Daniels, if you want the same, brother, I'll give it to you. In fact, why not all three of us fight one another next show in a round robin tournament?
You know,
Oh,
Steve,
hell yeah!
You know, Steve, it makes a whole lot of sense now. When Christopher Daniels was shaking his head when Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero walked by, he was that disbelief that they could honor each other. When they shook their hands, he couldn't believe it. Now it's all making sense.
Christopher Daniels wants to be number one.
And when that is said and done, I will prove to you that I am the best talent here in the Ring of Honor.
Hey, he's got the bragging rights. He won the match.
That's right. He survived the triple threat match. Low-key is the man here in Ring of Honor. And Christopher Daniels isn't too happy about it.
What a tremendous night this has been, and I can't wait until next month. Look at the handshake right there. What a sign of respect between these two. They kick the hell out of each other for 20, 30 minutes, but yet they shake hands.
Well, what's going to happen here?
It's the code of honor. He's got to shake their hand.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
Oh, I've known Christopher Daniels a long time. There's something eating at him.
What a disrespectful son of a...
I have to say I'm shocked.
And so is Low-Key. What's going to happen the next time out in a round robin?
Let's go, baby. It's so easy. Hot local babes want to party with you. Call 1-800-820-HOT for just 69 cents per minute. Wild local babes are waiting to connect with you right now. It's so wild, you've got to check it out.
Tolerance is accepting someone before they walk through the door.
No matter what their background, their religion, their lifestyle.
It's about accepting people for who they are as individuals.
Their culture, their family, their traditions. Tolerance is celebrating the diversity that makes us great.
Tolerance. Honor the differences.
Picture a world of respect. Visit tolerance.org to learn more.
If you love the sight of a big whitetail buck moving through the brush, the excitement of ducks coming in over your decoys, the thrill of seeing a largemouth bass crashing your lure, you love Field & Stream, America's premier outdoor magazine. Call now and get a full year of Field & Stream plus 2 bonus issues for 86 cents an issue. That's 79% off the newsstand price. You'll also get this handy Mossio gear bag free with your paid subscription. It carries and protects your stuff exactly what you want in a gear bag. Just like Field & Stream is exactly what you want in a sportsman's magazine. It's bagging that trophy buck, catching the biggest trout, casting like a pro, using the right lures, improving your shotgunning skills, getting the greatest gear, plus timely coverage on the hottest places to hunt and fish in your area. It's all in Field & Stream, the great magazine of the great outdoors. Call now to save 79% and get this Mossio gear bag free.
Call 1-800-605-3223 now to get Field & Stream for just $12 plus the handy Mossio gear bag free. Call 1-800-605-3223.
Every fan that watches the Ring of Honor tapes wants to know why Steve Corino never wrestles for Ring of Honor. Everybody wants to know what Steve Corino's been doing for the last year. Let me tell you something real simple. If you people would go on the internet or open up a magazine, you would see that Steve Corino is the hottest gaijin in Japan right now. And you know what gaijin means? That means foreigner. That means a guy that travels 7,700 miles over to Japan to take over. You know something, American Dragon? For the last few months, you've been going off about how you are the Japan style here in America. Well, let me tell you something, pal. Carrying Shawn Michaels bags over to Japan doesn't make you a Japanese wrestler. I am a Japanese wrestler. And on September 21st, I'm going to show you what hard-hitting Japanese style wrestling's all about. Sure, you can hit hard and you can kick hard, but I can kick harder and I can strike harder. American Dragon, get ready, because I'm going to give you an education in Japanese pro wrestling.
Is your cup half empty? Funny. We see it as half full. At DeVry University, you can get credit for your past college courses, credit towards a bachelor's degree, and the salary that goes with it. We're open days, nights, and weekends, conveniently located, with advisors who'll see you through every step of the way. Call DeVry University today and finish what you started. DeVry University. Think ahead.
Want to play better golf? Well, you could spend hundreds of dollars for lessons, or you can learn from the game's top pros and teachers by calling for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. Call now, and you'll also receive this great Golf Magazine gear bag free with your paid subscription. Learn how to get more distance, straighten your slice, sharpen your short game, perfect your putt, and more. No matter what your level, you'll enjoy the game more because you'll play better with Golf Magazine. It's the game's fastest growing magazine because it's written for today's kind of golfer. Along with lessons from the pros and Golf Magazine's top 100 teachers, you'll get full tour coverage in Tour Talk. Great new courses you can play on. The best deals exclusively for Golf Magazine readers, plus equipment reviews and so much more. Call now for your free trial issue of Golf Magazine. If you like it, get 11 more, 12 in all for just $15.94. And you'll also get this roomy Golf Magazine gear bag with separate shoe compartment and a convenient bottle holder, free. You'll love golf more when you improve your game with lessons from the best in the business. Golf Magazine. Call now.
You're watching WGTW Channel 48.